Today, we are diving deep into a dark and really evocative parable. It's called The Tarantula Preacher and the Heresy of the Void. And trust me, this is more than just a story, it's a philosophical collision. Let's get right into it.
So the story just drops us right in with this incredible line. You can almost feel it, right? The world is split by rain, and we meet our first character, this daughter of the moon, doing some kind of ritual in the mud. She thinks she's seeking the shadow's embrace, but what she has no idea about is that her whole concept of that shadow is about to be completely demolished.
And that encounter brings us to our first section, a beautiful heresy. This is all about a clash of two worlds, but not with swords. It's a clash of ideas. The original text calls her devotion a beautiful heresy, which is just the perfect way to describe this conflict between her romantic, almost poetic idea of darkness and the raw, unholy reality that is literally staring her in the face.
Okay, so let's break down this core conflict, because it's really fascinating. On her side, you've got a ritual born from what the text calls fragile aesthetic whims. It's beautiful, it's spiritual, but it's shallow. It's still connected to the light. But on his side, it's a heavy, demonic essence. It's pure, cold cruelty. You see, she's just playing at the edges of the void. He is the void.
And to really drive this difference home, the preacher mentions something he's been through, the third sloughing. Now, this isn't just some fancy term. It means a deep, transformative, painful process. It's about tearing away your old self to become something harder, something new. This is the kind of visceral experience he has that she can't even begin to wrap her head around it.
And this line just perfectly captures her naivete, doesn't it? She's treating the darkness like a lover she can charm and whisper sweet nothings to. But the preacher's view? It's absolutely chilling. The pit isn't your partner. It's a master, and it's hungry, and it could not care less about you. This is where her real education is about to begin.
So her education starts with a really harsh critique. The preacher stops just watching and starts to completely dismantle her entire belief system. He's the predator, and he's sizing up the poet's romantic ideas about the very real, very dangerous territory that he calls home.
And this comparison just lays it all out there. For the witch, the void is an idea. It's a poetic metaphor, a dream. It's something she thinks she can control. But for the preacher, it is terrifyingly real. It's a physical weight that literally crushes things. It's the marrow of his predatory existence. The gap between what she thinks she's summoning and what's actually standing in front of her is just immense.
Now, what's crucial here is that he's not totally dismissing her. He hears the atavism in her chants, like an echo of something ancient and primal. He recognizes the roots of what she's trying to do. But he still sees her as a total novice, a narrow soul who's only just taken the first sip of a very, very bitter wine.
And then he just tears her methods apart. He calls her witchcraft a species of play. It relies on gentle things like herbs and moonlight. The real path, he tells her, demands something way more visceral. It demands absolute hardness and things like 7 vials of righteous blood. From his point of view, her whole ritual is just a safe little performance.
So what's the point of this true descent? Well, the text gives us this powerful German word Untergang. It means a downfall, a sinking into ruin, but a willed one. It's a choice. The storm he's brought with him, that's not just bad weather. It's the opening act for his own descent, and he's planning on taking the whole world down with him.
I mean, this quote right here, this is basically his mission statement. He's not just some other practitioner with a different style. He is the living, breathing takedown of her entire worldview. He's the heavy anchor that stops her free-flowing spiritual dance dead in its tracks and slams it down into a cold, hard, unchangeable reality. And this brings us to the big reveal. The preacher stops tearing her down and starts explaining himself. He's about to reveal the true nature of the darkness he actually represents.
This is the moment it all clicks for the witch. She looks into his many eyes, confirming he's this monstrous tarantula thing, and she sees something beyond faith. He doesn't worship the dark. He is a worldly wisdom, so deep that it doesn't need symbols or rituals or prayers anymore.
So what is the tarantula's truth? Well, it's not a religion. He doesn't worship the dark. He inhabits it. His purpose is like a predator's. He uses words like venom to shatter the narrow comfort of other beliefs. He spins a web that catches everybody, saints and seekers alike. And the most important lesson? That invitation she made to the pit, it's not a partnership. It's a cruel, secret contract, and she's the one who's going to get trapped. Okay, so the truth is out. The debate is over. And now the storm, both the literal and the metaphorical one, crashes in to wash away all the theory and offer a new, absolutely terrifying path forward.
You can just picture this, can't you? The rain that he brought gets stronger and physically erases her sacred circle. All the pretty symbols of her play witchcraft just dissolve into the mud, and what's left underneath? The raw, primal, predatory earth. Her reality is being taken apart piece by piece.
And in place of her ritual, he gives her his own. He calls it the gay science of the abyss, which is a really chilling twist on Nietzsche's idea. And the steps are simple and brutal. 1, you follow him, your guide, your vademecum. 2, you throw away all the little trinkets of your old shallow faith. And 3, you go through another sloughing, that painful shedding of everything soft, everything that makes you human.
And here it is, the terrifying irony of the whole situation. He is the answer to her prayers. She called out to the dark, and this is what showed up. She wanted a poetic metaphor. She got a literal nightmare, fully formed and walking around on 8 legs. It's the ultimate, be careful what you wish for.
So this moment of sheer terror, it completely changes their dynamic. The fight is over. Now the relationship of student and master begins.
Her old self is just gone. She's shivering, she's vulnerable, her ritual is destroyed. She's not the confident witch we met at the beginning. She's been humbled. And for the first time, she sees him for exactly what he is, the preacher of a darkness that is far more real and absolute than she ever could have imagined.
But just when you think you've got a handle on this story, the whole thing pulls back and reveals that the stakes are way, way bigger. This intense, personal showdown in the mud, that wasn't the main event. Turns out, it was just the opening act.
Everything we just went through, this whole deconstruction of faith and reality, was just the prologue.
And his arrival, that's the beginning of the real story. This was never just about converting one witch. It's about bringing an entire city to its knees. A magnificent and dark-anchored undoing. This personal horror story is about to go public.
And this is the final, cruelest twist. Yeah, he accepted her invitation, but not to be her partner or her god. He accepted it so he could assimilate her. She's not going to be his student in some empowering way. She's just going to become another strand in the massive, complex web he's spinning across the entire globe.
And so, the parable leaves us hanging with this absolutely haunting question. A master of pure predatory darkness and his brand new broken apprentice are about to walk into a city. The prologue is over. The undoing is about to start. What happens next?